This is a video about life. It's not about training. Some of the most important moments I've had, like some of the most formative moments, some of the most ego rattling and soul radiating moments have been around birth, around death, chance encounters with people, often people who live different lives from me or hold different views from me. And what these things show is that there is a layer of human spirit, or a layer of like similarity, which is far beyond all of the exterior, the ideas about who you are and what you do for work and how you speak and what you believe. And it's easy to get complacent, not in like a, oh, you need to humble yourself, but it's just easy to kind of forget yourself, to get a bit wrapped up in your thoughts and beliefs when you're just hanging out with people who are like you. You know, and often friend groups are like that. You know, there's so much difference and there's so much depth to everyone. But sometimes in the superficial similarity, we forget that depth and we just get comfortable living with the superficialities, having the same old conversations, sharing the same views, getting validation for the same stuff, and it all kind of circles. And when you have these moments which defy the intellect and defy your sense of who you are and show you that there is so much to life that you don't know, that your little pocket is important, but it is just a drop in the ocean. When you have these interactions, sometimes they heal you in a way, or they energize you in a way which at the time feels completely mind-wiping and almost like flabbergasting. I've had some conversations with people from different walks of life, and let me tell you, the level of connection you can have and the level of soulful interaction and like lucid, present, real fucking connection with no bullshit, no layers, no proving, no judgment. I mean, there's always judgment initially, but the judgment can dissolve so quickly. And these conversations have been with, there's one dude who was just out of jail, who was moving a mattress into a tent. I actually helped him move his mattress into a tent. Sometimes it's a dude who's just sitting down, lighting up. Sometimes it's a dad with their kids. Sometimes it's a kid. Sometimes it's a barista. Sometimes it's a friend or a partner. But because we often look towards these interactions thinking that we're going to find them in particular places, we block ourselves from the layer of reality that's beyond all of that, beyond the seeking. And we sometimes need these pattern interrupts to see people who live differently but are just like us. Like when I meet someone who has something similar about them to me in the way they see life and the way they value, you know, just not harming others and just being good. And you know, you have these simple chats, but their life's gone down a completely different trajectory to mine. I become aware of how easy it is for our lives to deflect and to change so quickly, sometimes for reasons outside of our control, sometimes for reasons within our control. So all I want to say here is really that layer is the most important thing of all. And that layer is always available, but it's not always, it doesn't always feel so close when we're doing the ordinary things, when we're like working, conversing with our friends, thinking about the stuff we have to do, thinking about the future. But it is always there, and sometimes it requires a moment of real stepping back, which can be difficult. It can be scary in a sense, which thank God we've got other people to help us do it, other people to help us shake off our mental prisons. It requires a moment of stepping back and recognizing the wildness of life, the wild mystery of life, and all these stories you tell yourself about why you are where you are and why you are who you are and why you've had the success or lack of success that you think you've had. Most of these stories are far from the truth. And the reality is that we don't understand so much of life, and that we just run these tapes and these stories about, oh, if you do this, you'll get that. And it's like, it's not that simple. And it doesn't need to be. And you can be deeply, deeply satisfied in a variety of situations, some of which look nothing like what your dreams look like. You can pursue, you can dream, you can plan, you can strive, you can tick things off, you can make them happen, you can build, and it's wonderful, and you should, but it's not the only way. Remember that, it's never the only way. There's billions of other ways, always. So be thankful for people, be glad that there are others around you to remind you where your blind spots are. Be glad that you have these judgments that are going to get stripped off you by life. Be glad that you think you know, because that's going to be stripped off you too, and you'll meet experiences which show you know nothing. And that's when the heart begins to come online a bit more, and you start to recognize that your true intelligence doesn't lie in your attachment to the things you think about yourself or others. The true intelligence comes from your connection to what's real, and that connection most often is through the heart. When we're connected to the heart, we don't need to have this head stuff. It falls away naturally. It doesn't have to be dealt with. It just falls away when you're connected to the heart. When you're not feeling connected to the heart, or when you've forgotten that it's there, then you need the protective mechanisms. You think you need them, you get attached to shit. Be in your heart and recognize that we're all the same. We really are all the same in the way that matters. The ways that we're different are beautiful, but they're more for entertainment. Entertainment is fantastic, but it's not the yolk. It's not the nucleus. All right, guys. Much love.